Alright guys, this is going to be a recap of the trade of the week. So this was on Thursday at 9:32. We had this 2-minute IFEG short that ran for over 130 points. Alright, that made me over $800 on my accounts, per account by the way. And so I'm just going to go over, explain why I took this trade, the confluences behind it, the goods and the bads. So starting off, if we look at the higher time frame, coming into market open, I was extremely bullish. We filled this new week opening gap right here. And then at the time, we had all this buy side liquidity to the upside. And if we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, you can see we're inversing and these bearish gaps on the way up while respecting these bullish gaps. So before market open around 8 o'clock, I was very bullish, but the idea kind of went out the window once we started sweeping all of my hourly buy side liquidity. And by the time market opened at 9:30, I had no buy side liquidity left. But the reason I ended up taking this trade is due to the fact that we swept all the buy side liquidity. We were rejecting from this hourly fair value gap, as well as this huge 4-hour fair value gap right here. And then we had this massive higher time frame SMT where NQ took out this hourly high and ES did not. And then at the same time, if we drop down to the lower time frame, we also had this internal bearish SMT. So we have this 2-minute IFEG right here, and what gave me even more confidence in the trade is the fact that this candle right here that inversed the 1-minute gap created this huge order block right here. You can see this candle has a ton of selling pressure when it inversed and created the order block right there. And so at that same time that the 1-minute inversed, the 2-minute inversed right at the same time. So that just gave me even more confidence in the trade. I ended up entering on the 2-minute inverse. And then where did I take profit and where my break-even point? So I use this swing low right here as my point for break-even. It's about a 1R into the trade. And then for TP, price actually moved so fast I could only do my final TP, which I was completely fine with. But my initial TP was going to be this unfilled 5-minute right here. You can see price has not filled or rejected from this 5-minute, leaving it completely open to being targeted by price. And so that was going to be my first TP, with then this swing low being my second TP, and then I was going to hold runners for all the way down here. That ended up not happening, but I ended up getting my full entire position out in 100 points in profit essentially at my final TP. And price just moved so fast. We had a 100-point candle within the matter of a minute or two, and yeah, I made over $800 per account on this trade. So yeah, that was the trade of the week. Thank y'all for watching.